So today we're headed out north of Gillette, quite a ways north of where I live. There's some people out there that we know their place is on fire, and there's no firefighters out there at the moment because they are just scattered all over Gillette, Wyoming, because we had a whole bunch of fires pop off yesterday. A dry thunderstorm went over and just started tons of fires. But my wife's a professional wildland firefighter, and she went out last night and helped get some people's places protected. And I think they call it, I can't remember what she calls it, urban interface, something or other, something. But kind of just her chauffeur today, heading her out north of Gillette. I'll see what I can do, but that's what we're up to. It's a pretty big fire, pretty big fires everywhere. So yeah, firefighting today. Yeah, right now the back of my pickup full of fire packs and chainsaws and shovels and all kinds of stuff in the very back. Fancy cool firefighting radios that I'm not allowed to mess with, or helmet and stuff, but should be interesting. But they mentioned that they don't have much cell phone service out there, so I've got a whole bunch of, I think I've got 8 or 10 of these Baofeng ham radios, so I'll take them out there and hand them out to people, so at least we can talk to each other, because I don't think the cell phones work out there. And my wife, of course, like I said, has her fire radio, but I don't know that there's anybody from the fire department out there on this one right at the moment, so we'll see how these bad boys work. I haven't really got to use them that much.
I think I can see somebody's taillights down there where that water tanker is.
Well, it's the next day now. We're back home. So I didn't get any video of us up there actually working. There was a friend's house or a cabin up there that we went up there to try to save. We cut down all the trees around it and cleared out anything that was flammable away from it. Like I said, my wife's a wildland firefighter, so she kind of took charge up there and told us what we needed to do. And then there was a dozer up there putting a fire line in, so we kind of went and helped those guys a little bit. And then we got back to the house and kind of buttoned up everything, cut down one more tree, and we're going to put a fire line around that house. And the gal who owned the house and another guy, they went to scout ahead to make sure that the way that we came in, we could still get out that way. And they called us on the radio, and those radios that I bought actually worked really good. Those were really handy. So if you were on the fence about getting something like that, those Baofeng ham radios, they're pretty awesome. And don't let anybody tell you need a license for those things. They've never arrested anybody in the history of the United States for not having a license for operating those, so don't worry about that. But anyway, they radioed in and said, just do one lap around with the dozer and then get out of there. So we were kind of making a plan for that, and about 10 minutes later they said, just get out of there. So I was driving in front of the dozer leading him out because he didn't know how to get out of there. and then my wife was behind the dozer in another vehicle in case it got too hairy, and we just had to ditch the dozer. But we made it all the way out of there, and when we got down to the bottom out of that timber, there was fire crews starting to show up then, and it was all the way dark, and we kind of done everything that we needed to do. There needed to be some sort of plan made, and that's what the fire guys do, is they go in and make a plan and everything and get eyes on where everything's at and the weather and the topography. So we got out of there, and then this morning got up and heard that that cabin did get burnt down. So I guess it was a really good thing that we got out of there. It was a shame that burnt down, but I think it'd have felt pretty bad if I'd heard that and hadn't gone up and helped. So